16-year-old Aria Winters had always known she was different. Born with magical powers, she had spent her entire life hiding them, just as her mother had warned her. The human world isn't ready for magic, her mother often said. You must never reveal what you are. But one fateful afternoon, Aria made a mistake. The school basketball court was empty, bathed in the golden hues of the setting sun. Aria had stayed behind after school, seeking a moment of peace. She lifted her hand, her fingers dancing in the air, and a soft blue glow flickered around them. With a flick of her wrist, the basketball hovered and spun effortlessly, moving at her command. It was exhilarating until a deep voice cut through the silence.
Whoa, what was that?
Aria spun around in horror. Standing a few feet away was Ethan Carter, the most popular guy at Crestwood High. He was a year older, the star of the basketball team, and the guy every girl dreamed of dating. His sharp blue eyes locked onto hers, a smirk forming on his lips. Aria stammered, panic creeping into her voice. Ethan crossed his arms, his smirk deepening.
That was magic, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Aria swallowed hard. No, you're imagining things. He chuckled.
Right. Because basketballs just float in the air, all by themselves.
Aria's heart pounded. If he told anyone, her normal life would be over. Ethan tilted his head.
Relax. I won't tell anyone, on one condition.
Aria narrowed her eyes. What condition?
You do my errands during school, homework, fetching my lunch, small things like that.
His grin was playful, but there was a mischievous glint in his eyes. Aria clenched her fists. That's blackmail.
Call it what you want, but if you want to keep your secret, I'd start running my errands.
Over the next few weeks, Aria found herself reluctantly playing Ethan's assistant. She grabbed his lunch from the cafeteria, helped him with assignments, and even made sure his gym bag was packed for practice. But what surprised her the most was Ethan himself. He wasn't the arrogant playboy she had assumed. He was funny, protective, and sometimes even kind. He always made sure no one else saw her running his errands, and he never pushed her too hard. Slowly, the annoyance she felt toward him turned into something else. One afternoon, while they sat alone in the library, Ethan caught her staring at him.
What?
He asked, smirking. Nothing, Aria muttered, feeling her cheeks warm.
You like me, don't you?
He teased. Aria rolled her eyes. In your dreams. But deep down, she knew she was lying. Everything changed on a stormy Friday afternoon. The school was buzzing with activity when the air suddenly turned ice cold. The lights flickered, and a chilling voice echoed through the hallways.
Where is the girl with magic?
A woman with long black robes and fiery red eyes appeared in the school courtyard. Panic spread as students screamed and ran. Ethan stood frozen in shock as the witch raised a hand, dark energy crackling around her fingers.
Come out, little sorceress, or I'll take him instead.
Before Aria could react, the witch sent a shadowy force that wrapped around Ethan, lifting him into the air. He struggled, gasping as the dark magic squeezed him. Aria's hands trembled. This was her worst nightmare. But as she looked at Ethan's terrified face, something inside her snapped. With a fierce cry, she stepped forward, her own magic bursting to life in a dazzling blue light. The witch's eyes widened in surprise as Aria raised her hands and unleashed a wave of power, breaking Ethan free. The battle was intense, but Aria was stronger than she ever knew. With one final burst of magic, she sent the witch flying backward, trapping her in a glowing barrier. The school erupted in cheers as the witch disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Later that night, after the chaos had settled, Ethan found Aria sitting alone on the school rooftop, staring at the stars. He sat beside her, his face still filled with awe.
You saved me.
Aria turned to him. I couldn't let anything happen to you. Ethan looked into her eyes, his voice serious. Why? Aria hesitated, then took a deep breath. Because I love you, Ethan. For the first time, Ethan